I just thought I'd pop in and show you a quick view of the harvest this morning. That is probably 1.5 pounds of snap peas. And this is yet another zucchini. We're up to about 8 pounds, I think, at last count. So this will add to that. Some lovely purple radishes, a good thick head of butter lettuce, several pounds of Swiss chard. And it just feels like such a massive blessing to walk out into the garden this morning and harvest this abundance. What do you think, Fleeter Meowser? Are you keeping the garden safe from vermin? I'm proud to share that with Ivan's help, we tied up these tomatoes and tomatillos, and I've just been making slow progress pruning the understory. I chopped and dropped that whole aisle, put down some of the seeding alfalfa along the fence. Now this rosemary can breathe and get fully established. Look at these banana peppers. Need to add those to the harvest today too. Poblanos are loaded. I love it when the garden gets a little bit difficult to walk through because of things like vines crossing the pathways. All of these pole beans are getting thick and blooming, and the cucumbers have lots of male flowers. There might be some female flowers in there hidden under the leaves. I'm sure one day I'm gonna lift up the leaf canopy and discover some surprise cucumbers in there. And there are lots more zucchinis that are harvestable. I just have a backlog in the refrigerator right now. Won't be long before this is just a wall of food. These new cole crop rows are already germinating like crazy, and I didn't mark them. I figured I'd know what they are when they get bigger, but I've had such a struggle growing basil indoors, and then I dump it on the ground and it comes up like gangbusters. So I just kill everything in pots. I guess I just need to go with my own flow and direct sow. That rhymes, so it must be true. Yeah, everything's coming up in these cole crop rows. There's like Napa cabbage and cilantro and cauliflower and broccoli and beets and spinach and who knows what else. You can just kind of tell that's in the amaranth family from its leaves. Oh, there's a bonus cuke over here because those are like 50-day cukes. The Indian corn still needs to be thinned. What has sprouted up here? The pole beans growing amongst the sweet corn are starting to twine. That's fun. Now Huey's hiding under the salt bush. leeks are still keeping. A couple more bolted, so I harvested those, and those went into the homestead stew. We've been eating the Australorp chickens that we harvested with our vegetables. And then another great thing we've noticed, by the way, I planted some more broccoli here under this mulch and the fennel. Yeah, something we've discovered for homestead stew is that you can take a chicken and a rabbit and Instapot them together, and then you don't have to add any fat because the chickens have such nice rich fat, and so that works out pretty good. But what we have to do is, because the chickens are 2-year-old tough birds, I Instapot those for like 40 minutes and then let it come down to pressure, and then I put in the vegetables. Look at all this mulch. Then I put in the vegetables and the rabbit and do it for 1 minute per 1/10 of a pound. So if it's like a 2.2 pound rabbit, 22 minutes. And that works up to be a great companion pairing. Along here I planted a bunch of seeds that got wet, so I think that's mostly Swiss chard, and can't remember. I think beets, maybe radishes, I can't remember. Oh, there's a cat fight. There's growling coming up from under the tote where the cats have a cat camp. There's always a rivalry, father-son rivalry. That's just part of the hazards of having a neutered tomcats. Jerusalem artichokes. We've been giving these spent sunflower heads to the birds. We've got an orange pumpkin here. I believe that's pumpkin number 16 out of the future 1 million. Little acorn squash and another pumpkin forming. Come over here. There it is. And I planted more carrots here. I'm allowing this cluster of sorghum to go to seed, and then I'm going to plant the back half of this garden with that. So that is the garden update. And in other news, we sold another couple of lambs yesterday. Another father and little daughter getting pet lambs, which is just heartwarming. So we're down to just a few of our 2024 lambs. Like I said, we're keeping Mahogany over here because he still is producing testosterone, but he's not really equipped to be a full-on breeding ram, so we're raising him up. And then there's Taylor's baby. I call him 24. He's going to be a big guy like Snowflake here. So, and then Ruby, a cinnamon-colored half and half. There's one castrated black belly boy, and also there's Flag, who I think is going to look like Taylor when she grows up. I'm thinking we'll keep her. So that's what we have left. Have a blessed day. Much love. Mulch the like button.